It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. We begin the week at the end of a month, beginning of the month. It's tomorrow.
Yes.
But it's the end of the month, beginning of the month. So we begin the week at the end of the month.
Okay. Okay, got
strange.
you. Yes.
We have a few things going on right now. The Mets play today at 1 and at 4.
Huh?
If they split the doubleheader, they're in. If they lose the doubleheader, they're gone. If they sweep the doubleheader, then Atlanta's gone.
Where are they playing?
Atlanta Braves in Atlanta Stadium.
Is it open? You know, there was that huge electrical chemical fire
In Atlanta Stadium?
in Atlanta. I think where Baxton lives. We actually have to check in with him.
Dawn, I don't know if it's open.
Just wondering,
I
because
just know
people
they're
have been
playing.
sequestered to
I
their
don't
homes
care.
because there's a huge chemical.
Listen to me very carefully, Lucy.
Yes.
Helen said I would be happy.
Yes, she did.
I am so miserable right now. Miserable. The Jets lost because, you know why they lost? The quarterback that they traded to the Denver Broncos told them all the plays. You should have seen that. It was embarrassing. Plus, it was raining, as you know. And the Mets are not in. And she said I was going to be happy. If this is her idea of me being happy, Mija, we're going to have an eye-to-eye tomorrow.
I don't know. Everything she has said in the past couple of weeks is coming to fruition.
Well, I'm
have you
hoping
seen all of that?
I hope they split today because I'll be very happy. They're going to go to Milwaukee and lose, but I just want them to make it.
I mean, she's talking about people that are striking, so there's going to be a shortage of food, there's going to be a shortage of holiday gifts for Christmas because people are striking,
don't care
hard to
about
get
that.
things in. It's everything she talked about. So my point being is maybe things will be good for you.
The longshoremen, first time in 47 years that they're going to go on strike.
I tell you what, if they win, I'll treat you to Chinese food.
Hey, fly the Chinese mean. No, not fly the Chinese mean. Not fly the Chinese mean there. Take it easy there.
You and G-Man and Jay, Chinese food, support your local Chinese restaurant.
That isn't even funny in English. Not funny.
That is in English.
I'm going to tell you, God don't like ugly. Good show today. It's already started. How you feeling there, hangover man? You little hangover?
You tell him to have some of the electrolyte from the Kaizen. I've been drinking it.
No. Let him suffer a little while
So
longer.
let me tell you what I did. I took some of my drink packets, my old drink packets that I used to use. I poured them out. I put a little funnel inside of them. And I scooped my Kaizen electrolytes in it so I could take it with me, taped it up, on the plane, good to go.
And they let you do that.
100%.
I'm going to call TSA.
No water, but you can take in your supplements.
I'm calling TSA today, and I'm having them investigate you.
Couldn't take any water. I can get the water on the other
You
side.
believe this? And they
But it
didn't
was
pull
good.
you over?
No.
You know how crazy that is? Now that you've told the world, they're probably going to shut us down.
Then I take my electrolyte supplement. You too can go to Kaizen.com.
Don't you do that. No, absolutely not. Don't do that.
Why? Live
Because
Kaizen.
there are crazies out there, and they'll put something else in their little packages.
Well, that's on them. I took my Kaizen electrolytes, and it was great. Look, I've got some here. I've got my coffee here.
Yo, you remember the guy that lit his shoe laces? Do you know why you take off your shoes now when you go on a plane? You guys don't remember?
Yes.
The guy
The
had
bomber.
explosives in his shoes.
Yes.
So he lit up his shoelaces, and that was the timer. So he couldn't get it to light, is what happened. So they took his shoes off him, they beat the crap out of him when they arrested
But
him.
with
That's
TSA
why-
now, you don't have to do that.
Well, yes, you do.
Not with TSA. With Clear, you do it, not TSA.
No, Clear you don't. TSA you do. What are you talking about? I took my shoes off to go to Chicago.
For Clear.
Yeah, and my pants, and my everything. And they arrested every woman because it was doing the Watusi dance.
What?
So anything that was in the Watusi, underwear-wise, they pulled everybody over. They took Linda to another room. They took this other lady. All the women were complaining. What's going on here. And the guy from TSA says it's the Watusi dance.
Let me go right through.
They let you go through?
Yeah.
No Watusi dance?
No, nothing. It's good to go.
Just go back to the subway and get mugged. Anyway, tomorrow, is this still on?
Tomorrow, it's still we need to take someone with us with a camera to do some B-roll on this.
Well, we also got to get me a dog chain. Where did I get one of those big...
So this is Throw for the Gold. You need a gold chain. Happy Hour benefiting Julia Starr Foundation, and they are being sponsored by all these amazing organizations. PNF, Throw Social, tons and tons of sponsors. There's going to be raffles.
Did you see what I did on social media? So you can't use this on social media because you're using your phone,
right?
So what I did was I found it on Eventbrite, and I copied the 2 links and I put it with.
Oh, okay.
So if you click on it, you can buy your tickets. It takes you right to the event.
But pretty exciting. But you have to wear gold. So I'm thinking, what are we going to wear tomorrow? You have your. Oh, we have to get that hat for you. There's a sequin gold and black hat you can wear.
I was going to ask Bob Marley over there if he has one of those thick. You know those dog chains that are made of gold? I got to get me a fake one.
I think we have one in the prop box.
No, I mean a thick one.
I don't know. We got to look and see
Marley
what we got.
knows what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, Marley? Oh, that Chinese thing ain't going away. That ain't going away, Mr. Marley. I want you to come with me tomorrow.
Are you going to come with us to Throw Social?
I'm going to dress you up as
Bring your
Cassius
camera?
Clay. You should go.
Jay said you were going to go.
How does Jay know if he's going?
Because she knows that G-Man always, she says G-Man will pull up and go.
She don't know that.
We got to check in and see what's going on at the other side of the studio. We started this early. We've got Dan Cerner joining us, and he is a mobile tattoo artist. So he is starting on Jalen's tattoo, and the stencil is amazing on what you created. Can you just describe what you're putting on?
Stencil?
Did you draw that stencil?
So it's realistic stuff. Normally for realism, you don't really draw like your stencils. You just take stuff from the internet that already exists.
Okay.
You know, like proper lighting and stuff like that and balance. But it's the goddess Themis. She's known as the bringer of justice and the natural order of things in the universe. And I put it on top of her, did a little celestial map of like the constellations, and Libra's kind of highlighted as a top point because that's the constellation that's attributed to her. And then on top of that, we have a medieval style lion because that's her like patron animal, represents justice and truth. And so I thought it was a really cool piece to throw together as it's the beginning of the Libra season, you know.
I think it is very cool. So tell us how long you've been doing the tattoos.
I've been tattooing for about 8 or 9 years now.
Now I got to ask you, because I have a tat. I don't hear the bzzz going on.
Oh, absolutely not.
So what is the new technique? What are you using?
So this is a rotary tattoo machine. Essentially, it works off of an internal coil system that keeps the machine quiet. It's also has a battery pack, so I don't have to like have any extra equipment. I can tattoo anywhere from top of a mountain to inside of an airplane to pretty much anywhere I want.
Is this like the latest technology?
Yeah, it is actually. They're getting a little bit smarter now, and they're creating these things called brain boxes that help keep the needle a little bit more stable in the skin layer that you're in. But as of right now, this is one of the most top-of-the-line machines you can buy.
Does it hurt less?
That's all in the hands. That's
Ask
all
Jay.
technique-wise, you know. Some people have a theory that you have to put it in and get out as fast as you can. Some people kind of just build up these layers and just work off the layers. I'm one of the layer people. I just want to...
Jalen, how's it feel?
It feels fine.
Does it hurt?
No.
Does it feel different than the other tats you've had done?
I don't know. Every time I get a tattoo, it like hurts, I guess, for a little bit, and then after I get it, I forget what it feels like. So.
How long will this take to do, Dan?
About 2 hours.
It's a 2-hour tat.
Wow. I guess G-Man's going to be working on Jeff Santos. Look at him.
We'll be here all
Jeff was at
day.
3.
I'm teasing.
Yeah,
And you
I just
do this-
mainly use this little needle for everything, so
Wow.
it's a little bit more time-consuming, but I can put a lot more detail into things because of it.
And he's the traveling tat man. I said to him he should be in the morning show because he's hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
He also has a background from the military, and he's a shrink.
I was going to ask, what did you do before 8 years ago?
Yeah, I was a behavioral health specialist in the Army,
Wow.
and it was a pretty fulfilling career in its own way. You know, I got to stop a couple suicides, which was pretty great, and it just eventually, I don't know, like, you know, like you see enough of that stuff and you don't really want to be around it anymore. You kind of want to reach for a more positive future after that. So tattooing kind of just picked me, I guess, is the way that I would say it.
How many years were you in the Army?
6, I think it was.
So you did
6.
behavior health for 6 years and then decided on
Yeah, I was over it. I was like, you know, this is great, but there's got to be something else, you know? There's got to be something
And
more
being a
me that I
tattoo-
can do. And I knew that I didn't want a job that would limit me by I have to be somewhere at a certain time or I had to, like, report to anybody. And I just wanted something completely different, something I've never done before. And
Now, did you have rank? Because you're an officer, aren't you?
no, I was a specialist.
A specialist.
Yeah, I was a specialist. So most specialists, like so the rank and the job title have nothing to do with each other. You can be a private and be a specialist. It's just the job title. But I've made the 4th rank, so that's a specialist or corporal, depending on if you're combat arms or not. And I kind of really liked it because it was enough power to delegate my job that I didn't want to do to other people. But also it was low ranking enough to where I didn't really have a lot of responsibility, you know? So it was pretty perfect there for a while. It's called the E4 Mafia, for those that know.
Where were you based?
A couple different spots. So I started off my career going through Fort Benning for basic training. That was pretty cool. Then I went to San Antonio, Fort Sam Houston to hone in the behavioral health stuff. And I was there for about 4.5 months. And then afterwards, I went to Fort Bragg, this place in Wisconsin, and then this place down here in Miami. It's a Army Reserve Center called the Louis E. Martinez Reserve Center by Perrine, I believe.
And then you said, no, I'm going to become a tattoo artist.
And then, yeah, you know, the winds of change.
But the difference here is that he's not a stay-at-home tattoo artist.
Right.
They fly this guy all over the country to come out and do work on people that hire him. Like you're going to Wisconsin to do a whole leg, you told me, for 3 days.
Yeah, we're doing the outer portion of a leg, and it's this really cool, I think it's like a video game or something. I can't remember what the guy sent me the references of, but it's this cool, the bottom scene is this warrior facing off with a dragon, and then the top scene is kind of like the warrior after the battle, like victorious, walking away from it. So it's going to be a grueling 3 days for the both of us because it's going to be long nights every night.
A whole leg.
Isn't that like painful for 3 days?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I gave the dude an incredible offer, and we're competing for some trophies. So hopefully that'll fuel him to
Oh, there's
take a
more
little bit
to
more
it.
pain than
Oh,
normal.
he didn't tell me that part.
Oh yeah. I'm a trophy chaser, man. I really enjoy the competition. It's like a natural high when you're there and like you're trying to get this done before the time runs out, and you have all these amazing tattooers that you look up to, and they're just like judging your art and enjoying it is the best part when they think it's cool. And
Do you have any tattoos?
Marley, you got any tattoos?
Sorry, no,
None?
not yet.
Helga?
She does.
I have a sleeve.
She has a whole
Oh,
sleeve.
that's right. You have that sleeve, which is really cool.
Helga was told she can't have another because she's dying to get in there and do it. I could tell her face
I'm
when I
just
said,
trying to finish that one and that's it.
what do
That
you
is
got
true.
left in your tat?
No, I just have left shadows. It's not a tattoo, it's just
Just the shadowing of it.
shadows. Yeah, needs to be done.
I was talking to him about the sleeves because he says there's closure, I guess, when you do a sleeve, right? Like she's looking to close it, finish it. And I was talking to him, you should have one person do the whole sleeve because everybody has a different style. So,
Right.
I know a couple of friends of mine, you could tell that different people did it because some are bigger and more bold than the S and the colors don't match and all that. But I guess, when you have that shield of armor and you wear it, nobody really looks at it that closely.
Well, Josh's is really cool that he started. I know he doesn't have the whole sleeve, but the face he has on his, I think, is very cool the way they've done it.
Where's the face?
Looks like a broken
It's like a bust, like a ceramic bust on his arm. It's very cool.
Ceramic bust of who?
Would you
I
say
don't
it's bussin'?
Who was
I don't know. I'm sure he'll be in it a little bit, and we can see.
It's a really famous statue, but I don't remember what it's called.
Ah.
Jay, you just doing the outline on this one? You guys are doing an outline? You don't do color.
I do color, yeah. I do color. I just mainly keep it to color realism. There's no outlines. I kind of stay away from it, and I approach my tattoos more like in a painterly or sketch manner, depending if it's color or black and gray.
Really?
Are you an
Yeah.
artist?
Yeah, I paint, I draw. I've been drawing since I was a kid.
So this for you is just the natural next progression because you're already artistic to do this.
Yeah, it kind of just, it's just, yeah, literally the next progression. That's the best way to put
I
it.
gotta tell you, the thing I like about him is that he's so down to earth. So he was in triage, you know. He works with people that are normal and not so normal. And he never went out of the United States because he had enough crazies here to deal with. Not crazies, just different.
It's a lot of stuff
yeah,
going
I
on
mean-
here.
Different personalities.
Well, you know what goes on here regular
he can
stateside.
he can make a living here.
So imagine just, yeah, exactly. Imagine being in the service.
But imagine this guy on the morning show, and then people call in to fly him. He'll be hilarious. As part of this, did I tell you? I don't know if I told you that I was negotiating a morning show.
You
Yeah, I
kind of
you.
told us.
I kind of told you. He would be hilarious. Dan the Tap Man.
Thanks, man.
All right, why don't we take a commercial break? When we come back, we're going to talk more about what's going on over here. I think Smoked Barbecue is coming in the house. We also have a new producer working with us, and he is doing This Day in History.
Yes, I don't know where we are.
So we'll see where we're at with that. So follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for Amp Media Productions as well. See all of the shows that we produce right here at the studio, including Call Me Zena. And yes, Sally will be back. Unfortunately, Sally had a bad case of COVID, and if there's a side effect, she seems to be getting them. So hopefully she's going to be on the mend this week, and we'll see her in studio
We're going to
on
have Sally
Monday.
tattooed.
We can just put Sally on. You should just put Sally here on
No,
your
we're going
arm.
to put Call Me Zena.
Call me Zena, a big Z. All right, more to come. Quick commercial break. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
What happened here?
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-920-3819.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
AMP Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
AMP Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at AMP Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
That's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I won't say a word. Gotta read that body. Come a little closer, play a game with me. We can talk it over with telepathy. If you guess right, we can vibe to this night and day. And put a lemon soda in that vodka. Your mind wonders what I need. The clock's ticking. Tonight could be good for you. Follow the clues. I won't say a word. Gotta read that body. Gotta read that body language. Listen while you work. Gotta read that body. Gotta read that body language. Gotta read that body. Gotta read that body language.
And that is Kendra's latest.
Body language.
Body language.
How do you do with body language? You read people's body language well?
I used to coach. I was a body language coach on the field. I used to sit up in the decks up on top. And I had a headset, and I used to tell my coaches what I saw in the defensive alignments. You know, it's funny because in football, how you stand determines how you're going to cover, because you know your element. You know the speed of the guy they're covering, the angles. You know your team. So I didn't know the other team. I had to read body language.
So I was watching in New York over the weekend one of their news shows or whatever, and it's a guy and a girl. They're sitting there doing their broadcast, and she's sitting like this, right? So she's very like close, and he's sitting there like this. So he's like this, having this whole conversation with her, and she's like this.
Yeah.
And I actually took a picture. I was going to put it on the show because body language is so important, right?
That's like you and me. You sit like this. I sit like that.
You're like, I know, but I couldn't.
I sit like G-Man.
I couldn't sit like you, though. Guys sit different, though, than women.
I told you why.
I know, because you've got appendages that get in the way.
It's an appendages hack.
So I thought it was interesting. So I'm a little bit more aware of, I'm always trying to be aware of my body language, but sometimes I just get tired, or I'm at a party and I just like shut down.
I don't know what party you're talking about, because the parties I've been with you, I'm the one trying to sit in the corner like this.
Well, speaking of which, we're going to be at Throw Social tomorrow night.
Like I said.
And your $45 ticket, the link, we can put the link on our website as well. Benefits goes to Julia Starr Foundation. Today is the end of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, but they are kicking off their event tomorrow in Delray. $45, you get 2 drinks, light bites, and all the games you want to play. I've never been there, but apparently there are a ton of games.
You missed it Friday. They had, all the people that were here all have been there. They said the place is amazing.
That's what everybody says.
Christine said the place is amazing. But I go to these places, you know, I try
Who's
to get
Christine?
From the insurance on Thursday.
Oh, on Thursday, yes.
You know, she was here.
You said Friday, so I was thinking.
Thursday, Friday, Monday. you
Yes,
know.
it's all the same.
It's all in the Chinese food. Stop eating the MGM.
MSG.
MSG. MSG. Hey, MSG tastes good. Support your local Chinese restaurant. That's funny. It's a big gag about that. So the object of the game is that, what the hell were we talking about?
Talking about going to Throw Social.
Oh, Throw Social. So everybody says it's all sorts of games, it's fun, entertaining, and everything else.
So I think we'll bring G-Man with us, and there you can check it out. You can go to Eventbrite, $45 per person. Benefit all goes back to Julia Starr Foundation because they are run 100% by volunteers.
Before you tell G-Man's going to be there, make sure that you ask him before he leaves. Because G-Man isn't G right now. He's like ABC.
I know, he's
he's
a little
holding his
tired.
head. I could tell that what you get is not what you get. He's like, what's the name of that guy? Forrest? He's like Forrest.
Forrest Gump?
You never know what's in that box of chocolate.
All right, so we check in and see what's going on back there at the back of the studio? How's it going back there? How you doing, Jay? Doing good. She's so chill.
I'm fine.
Now, what do you do if your arm falls asleep?
It already has.
Is it asleep right now?
Kind of.
Do you remember your first tattoo?
Yes, I do.
What was it?
How was it? It was fine. Yeah, I got it. It was like near my collarbone.
Ouch.
So, yeah, people were telling me it was gonna hurt, but it wasn't that bad.
Was it the one that went zzz with all the needles?
I don't know.
Was it sizzling? Zzz, was it
I
doing
don't.
that?
I don't remember. It was a couple years ago.
My goodness gracious.
And Dan, you don't have a regular tattoo location. You do everything mobile?
For the most part, I do take some appointments out of Ink Addiction in Oakland Park when I'm here, but that's like on rare occasions. Normally, I'm gone pretty much 80% of the time. So.
Are you based out of here?
Yeah, I live in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Sometimes when he's here.
Yeah.
And he travels.
I come here to hang out with my kids mainly.
Your kids have any tattoos?
Not yet. They're only 3 and 4.
Okay, I was going to say, what's the youngest you've done?
The youngest person I've tattooed?
Yeah.
I think maybe a 17-year-old, but I really try to stay away from tattooing minors as a whole. It's just not a good look in my opinion.
Interesting.
Look at that. So it's not a good look in his opinion. So do you recommend a tattoo if a kid doesn't know whether or not they want to do it? This is the shrinking him now. Here we
So
go.
most people come to me with like a good idea, and in reality, like there's two options for people like that. They come and they like if I know that their heart set on it and like their parents are okay with it, like I'll do it because if they're not gonna get it done by me, they'll get it done by someone that doesn't know what they're doing, you know. But I try to warn them ahead of time and tell them like, hey, you know, like you're young, dude, and you might like this now, but you might not later, or you never know like what job you'll have in the future. This one time, this is a good story. This one time I had a kid come in, and he was, I think, 18 already, so he didn't have parental permission, but he paid with his parents' card. Essentially, was what he was trying to do, and the card declined on him. So essentially, he had to call his dad. His dad was a therapist, and at the time of that, he was in session with one of his clients. So I could just hear his dad yelling at him from the other side of the phone, like, "Stop calling me while I'm at work." And so he calls his mom, and his mom comes to pick him up. And this kid did like the shiftiest little dance with her, right? Like as soon as she got out of the car, he got into the car because he didn't want her to see what he got. He'd gotten his hand tattooed. And it was like not like a little one. It was like up to like halfway up his wrist. And so as she's coming in, she's like, you know, for $1,200 or whatever it was. $1,200 because he dropped like a $400 deposit with me. And she was like, for $1,200, this better be like a very big tattoo or something like that. She said something along those lines. And, you know, till this day, I never knew what happened afterwards, but you can tell that it wasn't going to be a good thing when they found out that he got his hand tattooed.
That has to hurt. You always say hands have to hurt more.
Yeah.
Right? Hands have to hurt.
Hands are relatively sensitive for the arm, but anything on your arms is not super bad. When it gets to the legs, it's like you get into like the real painful parts, but the worst is definitely like the body, like anything on your like chest, your stomach, or abdomen, ribs. Like that's more sensitive. I'm known for doing really dramatic tattoos, so I'll do like a lot of like really big face tattoos. I'll do like palm tattoos, which is the worst spot you can pretty much get tattooed is your palm. It's pretty horrific stuff, but people come to me for those because I do them in a certain way that they actually stick. So
what you don't do is this guy, I call him Dr. Payne because he does something that comes out of a movie. What was the name of the movie that they did?
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. Have you ever seen the movie Hellraiser?
That's exactly where it's from. That's where it's from.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Hellraiser. Have you seen that,
No.
Little Orphan Annie? Have you seen it?
No.
Well, Hellraiser.
I don't even know what a mug bag is, so no.
Well, a mug bag is a different animal, but Hellraiser has a part in it where they do what he actually flies all over the country to assist people in doing. But I'm going to let him explain because I heard this before and it scared the hell out of me. Tell her what you do, then.
So it's funny that you talk about the movie Hellraiser because the team that I work with, we're known as the Cenobite Suspension Crew.
Uh-huh.
And the Cenobites is the creatures from Hellraisers, but it's also a reference to, I believe it's French, but I could be wrong, but it refers to Masters of Pain. And what we'll do is we'll get somebody, obviously, and we use three things, either hooks, Gilsons, or black sheep. And we'll pierce them with about an 8 to 6 gauge needle, which is almost the size or the width of a pencil. And afterwards, we'll set these hooks into their backs, arms, legs, knees, wherever they want to go by. And then we lift them by their skin up and like just push them around. And it's like this aerial theatric
for real?
thing. Absolutely for real.
Oh, this
Absolutely
is the thing. He has video.
You put hooks into people like that and you lift them by their skin?
Yeah. Yeah, the human skin is extremely, extremely durable, extremely malleable.
Well, he doesn't tell you the other side of it because sometimes
Sorry, I gotta
it
close my
breaks.
mouth.
Sometimes a hook.
That's what I'm
So
wondering.
he sews you up right there.
The person's going through so much adrenaline at the time that they don't really know unless they've done it a while, because the only difference is it gets a little bit colder in the area. There's no pain involved with the rips. But yeah, they do tear sometimes, and it's not a huge deal. All it is you just stop the performance and you bring them down, take them back and stitch them, and they're on their way.
Now he showed me a video where the person was lifted and the sun was behind them and they're swaying them.
And where do you do this? Is there performance venues that you do this at?
So I travel with Villain Arts, and Villain Arts is the biggest tattoo convention circuit in the world. Honestly, they throw the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, which is the biggest tattoo convention in the whole world, and they have the Cenobite Suspension Crew as a full-time entertainment act, you know. So it's a pretty cool time. But the video you saw, actually, we went to, I want to say Omaha. I'm pretty sure it was Omaha. And that was underneath an abandoned bridge that was between a prison and an airport. So it was one of the sketchiest things ever. Like, I remember it was actually around like 8 or 9 p.m. when we took that video. And when we were packing to go, we can hear the wild dogs. I'm assuming they were like, not coyotes, but like something like that. You can hear them like rustling around and howling. And so it was a pretty intense experience for everyone involved. We didn't know if we were going to get attacked or not by animals that night.
All right, so you're a behavior health specialist, and you're flying people around the room with hooks.
I was.
You
not
were.
Anymore.
But you still understand the mind of
Yeah, absolutely.
the mindset of
That's
people.
why he does it.
So has it? That's what I'm going to ask you. Has it changed why you went into behavioral health to what you understand now, or now you can just use it for a different benefit?
So I just kind of throw it into the back burner for most of the time. It's very. A lot of people do this for a lot of different reasons, you know, but most of them are to deal with trauma in a specific way. I do believe that there is a correlation and like a crossroads between traumatic event management and going through your own pain that you willingly succumb to, you know? And it's one of those things where it's just people trying to take back like their
control, their own power.
Yeah, like their anatomy, take back their life and push through something to feel or to be remembered that they can get through things, you know? Like a lot of people really, really, really like come down and they feel like they've settled things within them that they can't otherwise, if that makes sense.
You know, the amazing thing is that he understands why people do what they do.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. There's so much psychology. I mean, sometimes there's psychology behind the tattoo. Sometimes people are just like, hey, I want a tattoo and it's really cool. But other times I think the psychology behind is, like he said, if you've had a traumatic childhood or you have some inflicted physical pain to yourself or others have.
Midlife crisis.
It's a way to overcome that, to take control back, or
midlife crisis. That's what they accused me of having mine, because I had a midlife crisis.
Did you?
No, I was in Tampa. I did a huge deal. I was with 5 people. We went out drinking, and I ended up at a parlor. And the next thing I know, the guy's on my arm. I didn't pay for it. She did.
Hangover.
And then I'm saying to myself, why am I
It's very
doing
cool,
this?
your tattoo.
Why am I doing this? And they just said to me, don't worry about it. Now, the person that paid for this, she went first. She ran out.
But you love it, right?
Yeah. Then what am I got to man up, right? I'm sitting there. I'm crying because it hurt, like, forget about it. And I'm half drunk. And you're not supposed to get tattooed when you're drunk. I told her, don't worry about it. And she's throwing money at him. She's virtually throwing money at him. And the more money, the more, and then, you know, I wanted color and all that. But when I got back to New York and my arm was all wrapped up and everything, everybody said it was a midlife crisis. And I don't know, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong.
I think it's changed. I don't know. What do you think the mindset has changed now? Are people getting tattoos than it used to be? You're young.
So it used to be more of like a taboo thing. People used to do it as like a, hey, don't mess with me, like I'll break your face kind of a thing. Now it's more like a form of self-expression more than anything.
Right.
People just want to feel comfortable in their skin, and people get it just because, some people get it because they like the area of, you know, so they want to drag more attention to it. Some people will get it for the opposite reason too. Some people will get it because they hate the area and they want to put something beautiful over it that people will look at instead of looking at the actual like leg or whatever, you know. So there's so many reasons for it, but I feel like it's lost like the tough guy allure to it now. It's more a very open and more accepting community now than it was before.
Do you ever do medical tattoos? Like on surgical reconstruction?
So I don't do that stuff. I personally, like for example, for like breast cancer and like areola tattoos and stuff like that, I think it's a very serious thing. I think it's a very like special thing. And personally, I don't feel like it's a man's place to do something like that for women, you know? But I do have plenty of wonderful female friends that are amazing, amazing cosmetic and permanent makeup tattooers that absolutely crush that stuff.
I was going to ask, Mike Tyson put a tattoo on his face. I think that scaring people has been replaced by intimidation, because you got to be a real tough guy to put it on your face, man. Does it hurt putting a tattoo on the face?
So funny thing about face tattoos is they're some of the least painful that you can
Really?
get. Yep.
There you go, Dawn.
Put it on my face?
Most of the time, you don't feel them until they get close to like the front, like close to your mouth, nose area. Like this is where the actual pain is, like the forehead is where the actual pain is. Eyelids, that area.
Eyelids?
Everything, yeah.
You can put a tattoo on an eyelid?
Oh yeah, you can tattoo eyeballs.
Eyeballs?
Yeah, you use a hypodermic needle and inject it into a certain layer. It's not with a machine.
And it doesn't damage your eye?
You can go blind, and
well, that's easy.
The whites of your eyes are part of what attracts light into the cones and rods. So you do lose some, not
eyesight.
like color perception,
Eyesight.
but you do lose like contrast, and sometimes it makes your eyes more or less sensitive to light.
So
I think I'll
so
skip
Dawn,
that
I think
one.
you should get a tat of.
I still would really like to explore the option of
Put it
getting
on
one.
your face.
You got to stop telling me I can't get one. Although you're always like,
I didn't
take
say
a
you
jacket.
can't
You're
get
right.
one.
You tell me I
I didn't
can't.
say it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just telling you what them say.
What all the theys are going to tell me?
Yeah, just like you didn't take an Uber in New York. Can you imagine walking in with a tat? You should. You should get a one on your, what we talked, on your shoulder.
Yes, right there.
Yeah. That way, when they bury you, they'll never see it anyway.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got Michelle from Smoke Barbecue in the house. Let's see what's for lunch. I know, look, Dan looks up, he's like, yes, Smoke Barbecue. That is for you, Dan.
It's my favorite place.
More to come on the other side of this commercial break. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you. Call 800-978-4815. That's 800-978-4815. Call now. What if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. If you can see their faces on our crew and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk amazing.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
And we're back, and the reason that we have Dan in studio is because Michelle was kind enough to let us go down there, and she came up here to the show, and Dan saw her, and here he is. Voila.
And they say, let's eat. So let's eat. So thank you to Smoke Barbecue for bringing in lunch for the crew. Michelle, thank you so much for doing that. I think she's getting dressed before we have it. Before we talk to her, she's putting on her earrings.
Is she feeling her show?
Dan, what's your favorite at Smoke Barbecue?
I'm a huge beef rib fan. That's what I normally go there for. It's definitely worth the wait because it's only a one day on the menu kind of a deal, but yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
They're only Saturday nights.
Oh, the only Saturday nights.
That's a special cut.
Yeah.
There's chicken, there's pastrami, there's chips, and the sausage that I love so much.
And I wanted to ask Michelle when she gets a mic, because she had an event, I think it was on Friday, Michelle, you had an event? Were you at the, you put an event together on Friday night or something? You had told me it was going on, was it Friday?
Maybe Jay was doing an art event, but Friday nights we have burnt ends at the restaurant. Saturday we were...
You moving him, or you want him there?
No, leave it there. It's all right, leave it there. Just set that one up.
It is set.
Okay.
Here?
Yeah, you're good.
Yes,
If you don't mind. But Saturday, yes, I was at the 48-hour film festival. We had a film in the
Fix that
film
one.
festival.
How was it?
It was great. The
That's
festival
what it was.
amazing.
That's what it was.
With Kimberly.
That's what it was.
Yes.
They put out the thing, the short you did.
Yes, so we were at the Arts Accelerator, a 48-hour film
Savior.
festival.
At Savor?
At Savor Cinema, yes, and it was amazing. There was about 30 films that screened. Our film was, the premiere was amazing. So, I mean, we had a lot of support. We met a lot of great people, some excellent talent in this city. It's really amazing how much talent there is in the film industry. Actors, writers, directors, producers. Kimberly Douglas was our producer, as well as Lisa Walkowitz and Alex Marino. It was an incredible team. They were so talented. The filmmakers. The film is called Butcher's Bill, and it was just an amazing.
Is it a short
experience.
or a full feature?
It's a short, so we're not sure what is going to be coming from it. Whether they will release it again in a feature length or something like that. But we'll see. It's a really great concept. It's a dark comedy about a man who hires a couple hitmen who aren't the sharpest tools in the shed, but they go to the wrong apartment.
And she's the wrong
So
hit.
I am the wife. I play the wife, and yeah, so I play the wife, and you have to see it to understand.
And you shot it here in Florida?
We did. We shot it over one weekend. It was great. So, yeah.
Was there a lot of other shorts?
Yeah, there were there was about 30 films, I'd say, in the
2 hours?
Yeah. Dana Della Camera is producing this 48-hour film festival, and
What do you want?
Another light. Sorry.
I don't have any more light.
Actually, the lens is wide open. If you look at the camera, you'll see it.
Okay, but anyway, just keep it like that. That's fine. But yeah, so it was. The event is just great. It's getting bigger every year. I actually did on-camera interviews, red carpet interviews, arrivals. I interviewed probably 15 filmmakers, actors, directors, writers, producers. I mean, this film festival takes place every year in several cities around the world, and the winner eventually can go to Cannes and have their film in the Cannes Film Festival. Yeah, so it's very exciting. So the people who put this together, it just keeps getting bigger and better every year. So you pick out of a hat a genre, a line, a character, and then within 48 hours you have to have that film come in, like ready to go and be screened. So
Wow.
it's a fun contest. It's a great way to meet people. And
The movies of Del Rey held. I think they do the same thing in January there. They hold like 2 weeks of.
Well, they do though, right? The
independent
film festivals, the shorts.
And what they do with these is that there is a form that you fill out that's sent to the Academy.
Mhm.
And the winner is announced during the Academy Awards. And this goes out through the whole country. So the more you get your film out there, the more votes you get. So the object of the game is to try to get in as many film festivals as you possibly can,
Yeah.
trying to get the award. So
Very cool.
yeah, I think this qualifies.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, we had a great weekend, and lots of things. So we have lots of interviews to go through and things like that.
G-Man, how's lunch? It's good. Thank you, Michelle. I know we're going to have to give Dan a break so we can get some lunch and let Jay eat. Do you ever take a break, or are you going to work straight through, Dan?
I'll take a little break here. I just want to get at least the lower part of her legs done beforehand.
Jay, how's it doing?
It feels good.
She's numb.
That is
No, I'm
beautiful.
not.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And what do you normally charge for something this size?
So for something around this size, I'll charge maybe like $1,000, something like that.
Wow.
For the larger pieces, that take me a full day. It's about $2,000. I am flexible, though. I'm not super set on my prices. If I really like the project, and the person can't fit the budget, we can definitely I'll definitely work with people. I'm not some kind of diva about, you know.
What's your favorite thing about being in this type of art?
I really like traveling.
That's cool.
I love the traveling. It's something that I started when I was a kid. My dad, I'm an immigrant. I was born in Colombia in South America, and we came to the U.S. in '99 when I was about 5 years old. So my dad had me in planes since I was very, very young, and we traveled back and forth all over the place. And it's just something that really stuck with me, and I always felt really comfortable and nostalgic about. So when I was able to mix my current career with traveling, it was kind of just one of those perfect moments where things kind of aligned and showed me that this is the route that I needed to go. And on top of that, I also really like food, obviously, you know. So I get to travel all over, and I get to try different food and experience different parts of the culture, and it's really cool. I've been working on some media packages to start a TV series that'll follow me around and like focus on the tattoos, and then after the tattoo is done, it'll focus on the local culture and food and stuff like that. And so I'm really excited to like get this thing going, because I kind of want to just show the world how much fun it is to be me.
Have you started putting that together?
Yeah, I have it finished. I sent it out to a couple people. I'm having a little trouble finding people to sponsor it, but you know, I'm gonna keep on knocking at doors till they all fall down or someone says yes.
It's a great idea, because the culture, you think about it, right? The culture of everything, the food, the location, the tattoo. I was watching, I guess, 60 Minutes last night, and they were talking about mezcal, and how mezcal is now the new drink that everyone's drinking and sipping, and these guys, his family in Mexico, he and his dad and his brother had started this company, and there was tanking, there was nothing to do. So he moved to California with his brother, and next thing he knows, they're sitting at a bar and they're drinking mezcal, and they're realizing people are buying it for $10 a drink, $10 a shot. He went back to Mexico to start growing the company, and it was bought out by another guy who came in, and that was just purchased by Bacardi. So slow and steady wins the race, right? So now they're employing over 100 people in Mexico through this mezcal, and it's just growing and growing. So you just keep trying.
Drink mezcal.
You just keep, well, the point being is you just keep trying. You can be one person or two people, and you think it's not going to work, and all you need is that right set of eyes. You just need knocking on those doors.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm versed in the business then, but is a travel tattoo artist, is that normal in the business?
Say that again?
A traveling tattoo artist.
Uh-huh.
Is that common?
Is that common? I've never heard of it.
So, yes and no. A lot of people will do the traveling circuit and have a balance between like being here and being gone 50-50, or like being here 75 and being gone 25. I just find myself feeling claustrophobic sometimes, and even if I work at a place that I absolutely love, I just can't stare at the same walls every day. So I had to figure out a way to balance things to where it was good for me. So this kind of just worked out. It is a little harder getting clients because every time I'm in a new city, I have to start from scratch. But I do offer special discounted rates for people that'll travel with me. Like the guy that's coming with me to Milwaukee this weekend, he's coming from, I want to say New Jersey or New York, one or the other. And he's flying out for the competition and stuff for that reason. So it's one of those.
Now he is going to Alaska.
Yes.
To do his initiation of, what's it called?
My first suspension.
You're going to do it?
Yeah, I get to do it. I wanted to do it somewhere really epic, somewhere really scenic. And they were like, you know, we're going to go to Alaska, so I thought it was perfect. So I'm going to do it outside in the tundra, hopefully under the northern lights, and be able to really make something memorable off of that experience, you know.
Do you know where you're putting the hooks?
Yeah, I'm going up by my back. It's called a suicide. I don't know why it's called that. That's just what they call it. But
yeah, I couldn't imagine
that name alone makes me be like, yes, me, please. Let me sign up for that one.
So you do know that if you need stitches, you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people that can stitch there.
Oh.
So it's not. I'm honestly not too scared for it. I I've done worse things to myself than needing stitches. So
So after you do that, though, you need stitches anyway, right? To
no,
one or two butterfly stitches, no?
So it leaves these. It looks like you got stabbed by a pencil, pretty much. So it's 4 holes like that, and you just put like gauze over it and Sanoderm, which is like a Tegaderm kind of a thing, and you just leave that on for about a night or two until the bleeding stops.
So you put the hooks in and then they take them out?
Yeah.
No, they leave them in.
I was wondering. Well,
Yeah.
like a gauge, when they put the gauge ears in, they
That's
leave
another
them.
thing we don't want to talk
So
about.
one of the more famous people to do suspension and all of this crazy body mod stuff, his name was Fakir. That's not his real name. That's his like title is Fakir Musafar, if I'm not mistaken. And he was a white guy, and he actually did so many chest suspensions to where he had them permanently saved. So it was pretty cool seeing his pictures and learning about
I'm
him.
thinking you could just like suture them in and they would be permanent.
Not suture, but it's the same as a piercing. It just takes years to heal
To scar
because
the
of the
tissue
size
over it.
and
Wow.
the location. You're always moving, so it always
You're having a hard time
reopens.
with this. He's having a really hard time with this.
I am getting, yes.
What about the ear gauges?
Not even.
You couldn't do that either.
No, they're not that bad.
I don't even like to look at, not that bad. If God wanted my ear to look like that, he would have had me have them like that.
If God didn't want you to have your ears to look like that, he wouldn't allow you to be able to stretch them.
That you could put your whole finger through your ear makes no sense to me. None.
It's expression of
So,
self-expression.
I love going, one of my favorite foods is calamari. I love it. It's one of my favorite apps ever.
That's what it
And-
reminds you of?
Yeah, so every time I go, I take out my plugs and I play with my ear hole and I'm like, check it out, I'm making more calamari, and everyone always gets grossed out, and I think it's the best.
I didn't realize you had them until you just showed.
I used to love calamari until now.
You can't unsee it in your mind.
I would like you to do the swing gauge thing.
Who, Michelle?
No, thank you.
Because you're light enough. You could be that
I
granny.
missed. Thankfully, I missed the whole segment where you talked about that.
Oh,
so
no, we waited for you. Now we're going to show the video.
Is there a video?
There is a video. There's.
I was driving here. Sorry,
If
I
you
was.
go online and search up on Facebook Dr. Carl Blasphemy, he's the MC for Villain Arts, and he records most of our suspension videos. And a lot of the times, we get like 1 million views on those videos.
He said Dr. Blasphemy?
Yeah, Dr. Carl Blasphemy. He's the MC for us.
Well, I'll be damned.
And dude's great. He's
His real
a super
name.
funny guy.
I
Yeah.
think he'll be hilarious on the morning show. Can you imagine? Heavy
yeah.
Man, the Tap Man.
Yeah.
On the morning. He's hilarious.
Yeah, and it's a great thing to get
It
up
is.
to. You know?
He
You
goes
wake up.
through all cultures. Because there are seniors also that do this then, as opposed to young kids that do it.
Say it again, I'm sorry?
That do what?
Like older guys, older people.
Oh
50s.
yeah, absolutely. So we have this guy. He's I think 57-ish. His name is Drew, and he was a tech guy for Silicon Valley for years, and he retired. I think maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and something just snapped in him, and he went from having no tattoos to getting a whole tribal bodysuit. Dude's his septum is stretched out to about, I think it's like 6 millimeters or something like that, which is pretty big. He can stick his thumb through his own septum. And he's just an
why?
amazing person. He's got so many body mods, and he's
Have
so
you met his
proud of
wife?
them. Huh?
Have you met his wife and kids?
I have not met his wife.
I don't
and
think he's
kids,
married.
That was
but he
that's what
does-
I'm waiting for you to tell me
he
there's no
does
wife
have
and
children. I don't know if he has a wife.
Yeah, I don't think his wife
That
is
might
married.
be the midlife crisis
No,
thing.
what's happening is this, the 50s is the
You need a
new
little break?
60s.
You can take a little break,
People
it's
in their
fine.
60 years of
Let me wipe
age
you off real
now
quick.
have gone back and they say, you know, I
only
always
one life.
wanted to have.
Yeah.
And if you see the new technology of how he's doing it, he's more rapid, more clear, more
That's amazing.
dynamic than what
There's
it used
no
to be.
blood or anything. It's just amazing to me.
Well, I don't remember there
Yeah,
being blood.
it's-
I wouldn't, but to me, if you put a needle in, there will be blood, but there's
No,
nothing.
It's not a vampire thing. Relax. You can get blood if you want him. They'll go deep enough. He'll hit a vein. But the object of the game is that now 50-year-olds are getting it done. 60-year-olds are getting. I know guys in their 70s that are
Yeah.
getting tattooed because all of a sudden it's okay to get a tattoo.
You got one life to live.
Oh, it's okay. It used to be taboo. They've made so many movies when I was at NYU, the Taboo movie. And we used to always go see them. And this is off Broadway the places you didn't want to be.
Yeah, but think about it. What makes something taboo?
You shouldn't do it.
Because why?
Stigma.
Because society
Because somebody
says,
says you shouldn't do it, not because of anything. Now, I don't know whether I should put the hooks in. That's like a life thing. But if you want a tattoo and you want to do something that doesn't endanger other people, and yet it's your choice, then why?
Well,
why?
I had a friend, I wanted to get 2 eyeballs on my tat, like a piercing, 2
like
silver
earrings?
balls. In
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And they talked me out of doing it.
That's probably better because surface piercings like that don't tend to last really
And they
well.
get infected.
Yeah.
So they talked me out of doing it. But I could have gotten
Let's see
some
yours.
kind of silver or something on the eyes
Oh yeah.
to make it shine. But they
So-
talked me out of that too.
I think a lot of the issues that people had for the longest times with getting tattooed and being tattooed is this like, and I don't want to sound like I'm one of these woke people because I'm really not. It's a colonial way of thinking where we equate these things with more savage and primitive people because most of the time when you'd go and see people that are heavily tattooed back then, it was natives of places where they'd go and explore, you know, people like the Incas and Aztec and stuff like that, who were the people who started the ear stretches and stuff. And so did Buddhists and stuff. It's kind of like universal, but it's all old world stuff. And in the conquering and changing the way that the world works, we kind of like saw that as blasphemy because it's this whole thing that the church didn't want you to do because it had this cultural tie to like old religions. And it's one of these back and forth things where it started off as just people saying, like, feeling that it was gross because poor indigenous people were doing it, and it evolved into this thing where, like, you're not supposed to because whatever, you know.
It's pretty cool, though, that you're not supposed to. All right, we're going to let Dan get some lunch, let Jay take a break on her arm. Do we have this day in history?
I don't know, we have to check.
All right, why don't we take a commercial break, check on this day in history, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up. More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now. What if you could make a free phone call and reduce your car payment by as much as $83 a month? Right now, you could be paying as high as 20% interest. Your new interest rate could be reduced to as low as 2.48%. You can refinance any existing car loan or leased car and save money every month. Take 5 minutes of your time right now. Make this free phone call and learn how to save hundreds of dollars a year by refinancing your existing car loan.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
The owners of Amp Media Productions and the Brooklyn Cafe show, Don and Freddie S., are excited to announce the launch of its new nonprofit educational charity, the Amp Media Futures Foundation. This foundation gives college students the tools that they need by providing them hands-on learning experiences in business, marketing, communication, and media creation. To donate or volunteer, contact AMP2 Media Productions by email at info@ampfutures.org.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Good? Well, we're back.
Back to mid-bite. How's that pastrami?
I was told, it was delicious. I was told that the special, to announce the special, what you wanted.
The sausage?
The sausage for you.
It's amazing. Did you get any?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
You know if you got any sausage? Is there any on your plate? You should get some. I think the sausage and smoked barbecue, and then you got pastrami. How's it? You know, they were voted best pastrami also in Fort Lauderdale?
Oh, yeah, in South Florida, and they said we're better than
Katz's Deli? How is it? Good?
I know, it's a big...
That's a big deal.
It's pretty quick.
It's a big deal. Do we have the stay in history?
No, they're working on it.
They're working on the stay in history. All right, so should we wrap it up?
Pretty much.
Put in what they got or no? If they're going to keep working on it?
I'll let them move on. We'll do it tomorrow.
All right, put in tomorrow. All right, everyone, we're going to have some lunch. Thank you to Smoke Barbecue. Michelle Chin for bringing that in. It's located right in East Fort Lauderdale. Michelle, what is the address?
Smoke Barbecue is 3351 Northeast 32nd Street in Fort Lauderdale.
You can't miss it. There's a big sign outside that says BBQ.
Yeah.
Which
Eat Smoke BBQ now. I mean, sorry, eatsmokebbq.com.
Oh my God, that sausage is unbelievable.
Right? I know.
Unbelievable.
Dan, how is it? Good? Dan Cerna Tattoos, thank you so much. Thank you for calling in that day when Michelle was here.
Yeah.
And coming on in and working on Jalen's tattoo. We're going to take a break. We'll show you the finished product on social media. Give them some time to get their arms back and working and doing what they're doing.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone have a great afternoon. Stay safe and be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.